Yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem back once again talking this boxing shit. And as always, be sure to hit up my official site, HustleGameBoss.com, and check out my all new album, It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP. It's a motherfucking classic all the way around. Excuse me, I'm sorry. If you enjoy lyricism, if you enjoy G shit, if you just enjoy thoroughbred shit, you ain't about that fuck shit, you don't like the cupcake shit that's out there right now, you gonna love it. It's also available on iTunes, Apple Music, Pandora, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon Music, Tidal. Big shout out to Tidal. Shit is even on YouTube, you know what I mean? Just the next time you enjoying your outlet of choice, just search the Supreme General and I shall appear. Also, if you fuck with me the long way, make sure you stop by HustleGameBoss.com/shop and cop you some official Supreme General merchandise, you know what I mean? I got anything you would like. Is probably on there. Hats, t-shirts, hoodies, zip-up hoodies, pullover hoodies, phone cases. I got handkerchiefs for your dog. I got drawstring knapsacks for the students, you know what I mean? Got all kind of shit up there. So, you know what I mean? If you fuck with me, make sure you cop something. Also, if you do cop something, and you want me to show you some love publicly, all you gotta do is tag me. I'm at HustleGameBoss on Instagram and also at HustleGameBoss on Twitter, and just search the Supreme General on Facebook. If you take a picture of yourself maybe wearing one of those things like the hat, hoodie, t-shirt, whatever, or if you just bumping my shit on your phone, you know what I mean, you ain't gotta spend no money. If you just bumping my shit on your phone and you take a screenshot of that and tag me in it, I'll show you some love, man, because I really appreciate those who appreciate me enough to support. It means a lot to me. With that being said, on to the video. Now this right here is my official prediction for the upcoming fight between Jo Saunders. My man, Jo Saunders. I love to see a guy who can improve, man. That's probably the hardest, the most difficult thing for a fighter to do, and just not even thing for a fighter to do, just people in general. It's just really hard for them to improve and adapt. So shout out to Jo Saunders for, you know what I mean? I thought he was a fraud at first. He ain't no fraud, man. Joe is the real deal. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure I give him the props that I give him, because I gave him the shit. I gave him shit early in his career. I was not impressed by the Eubank win, and I thought he was definitely good, like just holding on to the title and stealing money, but that's not the case. He really is the fucking goods. Who knew? Anyway, Jo Saunders versus my man Martin Murray. Now, Martin Murray is a great fighter. He's been in there with some real good guys, but I believe at this stage in his career, he is food for Jo Saunders. This is really this fight. Jo Saunders will soundly outbox him. I don't necessarily see Jo stopping him, because the jury's still out as to where Jo is with his power. We don't really see him sit on his shots like that. And I don't know if he got that KO power, He got the skills to outbox him for 12 rounds easy, though. So that's what I expect to see. I expect to see a lot of movement, a lot of showboating, a lot of work off the jab, just like most guys out the Ingle gym. And that's also one of my favorite gyms, is getting up there. It's like the UK Kronk, in my opinion. You know what I mean? The way that they go hard, I really, really like what they got going over there, man. That's some G shit. You know what I mean? Every time I see a video from inside the Ingle gym, you see people learning shit, they teaching shit. I like that, you know what I mean? It's good to see, you know what I mean? You see all levels up in there. Now most gyms have the same thing, but it's always one guy they focusing on or whatever, but at the Ingle joint, they got everybody mixed in with everybody. So, it's just a good thing to see. You know what I mean? And it's a popular gym. Most gyms don't necessarily, other than the Mayweather joint, they ain't really that popular, you know what I mean? Because this the pain game, baby. You know what I mean? People will try that shit out for a little bit, hot minute, and they, get punched in that nose one good time, you don't see him no more. So any gym that's popping, I got a lot of respect for it. But right now, I tend to like all the fighters that come out of there. Prince Nassim, Definitely one of my all-time favorite fighters ever. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook, another one of my all-time favorite fighters ever. You know what I mean? I was able to discover Johnny Nelson just by doing some research on Kell Brook. Really, really liked watching his fights. Just a few other things, man. And Brendan Ingle ain't no joke, man. The way he went off on Eubank back in the day, that shit just sticks out in my mind. It was great. But, yeah. As far as the fight goes, Martin Murray, in my opinion, is a great fight. He's a good fight to keep Billy Joe busy, but he's definitely too shop worn. And he's been in too many wars. And at this point in his career, like I said, he's just going to be, for a guy who's as high a level as Billy Joe is, he's going to be a relatively easy win. You know what I'm saying? Now, this isn't an easy fight, but I do believe Billy Joe is going to win this easily, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, for any other guy, Murray would be a threat, you know, a decent threat. He's like a gatekeeper at this point, maybe a little better than a gatekeeper. You know what I mean? He would be a threat to just about anybody, but for Billy Joe, this should be an easy fight, you know, for him to get through and basically buy this time until the winner of Canelo and Triple G is announced, and then, you know, going into that big fight, which I personally, I know this is going to sound crazy. I think Billy Joe has at least a 50-50 chance with either Canelo or Triple G. And I know this is going to sound crazy too, but I believe Billy Joe could beat Triple G a little easier than he would be able to beat Canelo. Even though Canelo can't fuck with Triple G. That's just my personal opinion. Triple G is going, just like my man, you know, said, Billy Joe said in his interview, Triple G is going to beat Canelo again, and they're going to steal it from him. They stole it from the last time. They damn near stole the fight from Floyd Mayweather. You can't expect Triple G to get a fair shake. This shouldn't. If Triple G wants to win the fight, he has to knock out Canelo. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know, there's no other way to look at the shit. So, you know, with that being said, I expect it to be a good fight, but let's say Triple G somehow knocks out Canelo and he wins the fight, which is a very realistic possibility. When he goes into that fight against Billy Joe, I believe Billy Joe can outbox him easy. I do. His movement, the footwork, it's just, you know, Triple G starting to slow down a little bit. You know, his cutting off the ring skills is still there, but against guys with nice footwork, man, he can look lost at times in the ring, you know, because sometimes when he gets the guy hurt early or in the middle of the fight, he become one-dimensional trying to hurt him again, you know what I'm saying, and that's not always a good look. So, with that being said, I expect it to be a 50-50 fight. But if Canelo wins, if they steal it from Triple G, which I expect, or if he legitimately wins, which I would prefer, you know what I mean? I don't want to see this man get a free W he don't deserve, or another fucked up draw that we already know, you know what I'm saying, he took an L from, you know. But after that, if he is to fight Billy Joe, I believe Canelo will have a better shot at Billy Joe. You know what I'm saying? Because Canelo can box just as well as Billy Joe can. Does he move as well? No. No, he doesn't. And from if the Lemieux fight is any indicator, Billy Joe might have more of a tank. More in the tank than Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He seems to be able to move fluidly, and he seemed to be good after 12 rounds. Canelo, we already know, he's going to move well the first 3 rounds, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He taking off. Then he gonna come back 9, 10, 11, 12 and start moving again. So, you know what I mean? It's plagued him at 154 and it's starting to plague him now at 160. Canelo's stamina, just no matter what he do, it don't seem to be there. You know what I'm saying? He just seems like a guy who fights in spurts. And when you fight in spurts against a guy like Billy Joe, I think, you know, it just makes it an interesting fight. But the spurts that Canelo do fight in, he fights at such a high level. You know, he could fuck around and hurt Billy Joe, and all it takes is one punch, and the whole fight turns on a dime, you know. So, it's middleweight starting to get really interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's getting really, really interesting because after all of that is said and done, somebody going to have to see Danny Jacobs. Whether it's Billy Joe, Canelo, or Triple G. And I don't think not one of them three can beat Danny Jacobs. That's just my opinion. So at the end of the day, Danny Jacobs is gonna come away and be undisputed middleweight champion of the world, and that would just make his life story so wonderful. You know what I'm saying? It really would. Because I thought that he had a good shot against Triple G. I thought that he looked really good. He didn't get the W, but he deserved it, at least a draw, in my opinion. I had him winning by a round, but you know how that go. You know, the champion usually gets the benefit of the doubt in very, very razor thin fights like that. So, you know, but a draw would have been cool. But the L is, you know what I mean? And it's still close enough to go either way, but I ain't like the L, man. They could have gave Danny a draw because the L set him back. You know, so now he had to fight a couple other fights to bounce back up in the rankings and, you know, put himself in position to get that fight again. You know, because it was a higher fight, you know, everybody's going to be reticent to take it now. Canelo, personally, I think is too small for Danny Jacobs and gets knocked out. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If Triple G didn't have that superhuman chin he got, he would have got knocked out. But that's neither here nor there. Stay focused on the Billy Joe Saunders and Martin Murray fight. I expect Billy Joe to win 12-round decision. I can't really see it going no other way other than that.